you know, beyond a certain point. Now, I'm going to see if I can do this more from a medium trot, a sitting trot, instead of the big extended trot, instead of a posting. Okay. So I like to switch it up so that he doesn't feel like he's just drill, 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 drill. That, you know, they can figure that stuff out later. As babies, 2-year-olds, the last one was a 2-year-old, this one's a 2-year-old. They're big for their ages and they got a lot of body to try to figure out how to control. There we go. Good boy, come on, I'm waiting on a soft response here. Just kind of motioning his spine side to side a little bit. I got my feet just gently tapping on his side. Just kind of every other stride, bump, 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 bump. Now, when I motion on his face, I don't do a seesaw per se. I pull, and I try and keep him soft there. As soon as I feel his shoulder shift, I let go. Then I pull on the other side, wait for his shoulder to shift. And when I say shift, I don't want it to pop. I don't want this. I don't want sideways motion. I want to totally feel, it should be such a small motion that you feel the shoulder actually do like a shoulder roll, not an actual pull back, because then look what happens to the other shoulder. It shoves you backward, okay? So that's what you want to watch out for. Keep everything as square as possible. So work things through the sweat of your palms, through the squeezing of your fingers, versus, I mean, you can use your arms, but make sure that you're feeling stuff. Don't hold those reins so hard that you cannot feel. If you hold somebody's hand super hard, you're not going to be able to feel if they're wiggling around or not. But as soon as you soften up, you can tell, you can feel so much more. Okay, now let's try a canter this way. Okay, he immediately tensed up. Did you see his shoulders? His shoulders rushed forward first, which immediately made his head come up, and that was a balance issue, so tension came through the body, which shut off the back end. Okay, now I'm going to gently play with him. Not going to slow him down. I want him to stay with me there. I want him to, oops, don't lean into my left rein, thank you. I don't want him to I want him to respond back through his shoulders. Close the gap, good boy, good boy. Close the gap between his front end and his back end. Good boy. Easy now. Slow them RPMs down, big man. Okay, so right now, we're working on bringing them RPMs back. Come back here, good, ease him. But he needs to learn to work down through his chest a little bit. Now I'm going to suck him down a little bit. He's warmed up enough. I'm going to suck him down a little, feeling for give in his body. Ease down, throttle down, man. There you go, good boy. There we go, keep it throttled down, good boy. That's it. Okay. Good, easy. Good boy. Good. Okay, so biggest thing he's working on, squareness of shoulders and then throttling down. The big throttle he has right now is just a little bit of previous issues that he attained in some training where he got pushed a little too quick. So we're going to, we have to keep working on that, and it takes a while to break through it when it gets into the brain. So he'll come out of it, no problem. He's come a long way already. I couldn't hardly get him to go around this 200 by 80 arena without, my brains were split down the middle and I had tears down my eyeballs. So it was pretty interesting. Now I can actually do a smaller than half a arena right here, and I can get him into a canter within a few strides. So now if you can notice, he's really pushing with his body into my right rein. There we go, good boy. So I just kind of straightened him off of it. There we go. Break that tension. Now, RPM wise, like I said, that's more mental at this point because of how he was worked. He's scared of tension in the face, so he hollows out in his back and braces through his chest. So we'll let him get some of that stuff out of his system, and then we'll ask him off for another lope. Good boy. Good boy. This guy's actually going to be super cool when he figures out how to just ease out and throttle down. He's got the potential. Okay, now when a horse just starts flat out trotting big like that, that's different than needing a couple trot steps. You can feel when it's tense and they're just going to fly into the takeoff. You don't want flying into the takeoff. This is not a good reaction. What you want is for them to step off into it. So even if they have to pick up a little bigger trot for a few strides and then all of a sudden they lope off, that's good. As long as they don't fling themselves into it. I don't want flinging. Good boy there. He was thinking about that the whole time instead of all of a sudden deciding he's just going to fling off into it. Okay, so squareness of shoulders, very important here. Come on. He's leading with his hips. There we go. Good boy. Bring your left shoulder around. Let me try and push it through. Yes, we got that one. Good boy. Good boy. I'm going to work the neckline down a little bit more. Now the neckline that I'm working with is simply to push the chest down and back toward his shoulders just a little bit more. Good boy. There he gave. Now, unfortunately, his gives, he rushes off. But that's just for now until he figures out how easy it can be. He got ahead of me. We're going to do a little trot work here. So he figures out how easy it is just for him and I if he just comes back a little bit more. Don't tell me where you're going to go. I'll tell you. Thank you. He was pulling on me there, trying to turn left, and I wasn't ready to go left. Here we go. Good boy. Let's ask you off again. Now, I'm going to do a little more often transitions here because now we're into a good warm-up point of our ride. So now I'm going to ask a little bit more. Now I'm going to go a little bit more to my draw reins and work the pressures and try and get him to feel comfortable with me monkeying with him. Good boy. He's kind of motioning his face a little bit. Good boy, you saw right there. I'm trying not to suck him in so fast and hard that he hiccups. I don't want hiccup in the movement. I want him to come back, there we go, by relaxation, not by tension. That's why I won't rush it easy. That's why I'm only going to bring him down in increments. I'm not going to force it to happen yesterday. As soon as you start forcing a big horse like this down into those little cookie cutter positions that the little horses can handle without problem, you're going to mess these guys up. These guys can be set up for elegance or you can set up for nasty looks. So here we go. Let's go ahead and ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Okay, he's trying to lead with his inside area. There we go. Stay behind your head. Thank you. There we go. Okay, let's ask you up. Come on. Ta-ta-ta-ta. Not the left shoulder. You start with your right shoulder, left hind. Come on. Good boy. Come on. Good boy. There we go. Now I'm going to go to the draw reins a little bit. Ask you to come down. Slow my hips down. Thank you. Good boy. Come down. There we go. Ease down through the chest. Relax. Good boy. Good give. Okay, come down. Come on, Secretariat. Let's go down. Good boy. Good. There. Ta-ta-ta. Keep your ribs under you. There we go. Good boy. I don't want to feel like I'm falling off. This is not a Humpty Dumpty show. Thank you. Good boy. Easy. Easy. Good. There we go. Just a couple more transitions I'm going to do. I'm going to ask him to come around this next direction. Good boy. Now with him, I mix him up. I do quite a bit of jog work. Today I'm working a lot of lope, but with him I mix it up back and forth between a lot of lope work and a lot of trot work. But notice I do a lot of changes in between transitions. We're going to break the tension. Ta-ta-ta. Stop chewing on me. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. Let's soften up and go. Ta-ta-ta-ta. Don't react to me. Good boy. Good boy. I'm just kind of suppling his sides with my feet, encouraging him, not stimulating him, just encouraging him with my feet, because he's already got enough RPMs going. The last thing I need to do is drive more RPMs into his body with my feet. So, but my feet still have to be there and talk to him because he has to get used to them. So they're talking gently. I just have to manipulate his shoulders and face. There we go, a little bit, and you have him give. Good boy. Now let's try that again. A kiss is a good thing, mister. You don't have to be so afraid of kissing. Come on. Let's go. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, good boy. Good boy. They really respond to talking and encouragement. Easy now. Let's go to the draw reins. He responded to me a little bit, so I backed off. I want to go with his flow, but yet I want to kind of strain it back a little bit. I want him to come back to me. Good boy. There we go. And as he keeps getting more and more comfortable, he's going to slow down more and more and more with each. Ooh, that was a little too much for him. He really needs his back work done as far as build the muscle. So he didn't have any back muscle at one point. So he's pretty upside down. So we're going to do one more lope departure, and I'll jog a little bit to cool him off. Ask him off here. Come on. And a lot of the sweat, one, it's very humid in here, and then two, it's stay off my right rein. Thank you very much. Good boy. Shorten your right side. Thank you. Good boy. Shorten it. Good boy. There you go. Okay. Let's ask you off. Keep your butt under you. Come on. Good boy. That's what we're looking for. Slow my hips down. Up, 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 up. You're okay. You just heard some Velcro go. Distraction factor, so when he gets a little distracted, he's looking for excuses right now, because right now this is not a secure thing for him. Work under saddle is a stressful thing to him right at this moment, just because it doesn't necessarily feel easy to him, but it will. He'll get comfortable with it. He'll come to realize it's not a big deal. Good boy, don't rush. Good boy. Easy, easy. Good. Now we'll just do some jog work. Okay. So I'm going to continue with, he's trying to push on my right side here. I'm going to shorten that right side just a little bit. Good boy. And I don't want him to lose his impulsion. I want him to stay with me. Don't dictate what you're going to do. I'll motion you. Keep your butt on the ground. I feel it get loose like a fishtail. Come here. Stop tensing up. The reason it gets loose behind is when he gets tight in his front end. If he starts really bracing with his chest and shoulders. Come on. There we go. Good boy. Push through. Good boy. Bring him back around. So these kind of movements right here really bring his shoulders around his butt. And they really, notice I don't lock up on him. As soon as you lock up, you're going to bring that left shoulder. Come on. Cha-cha-cha. So, slow down that shoulder. Thank you. There we go. As soon as you lock up on them, they're going to use you. Okay? Remember, as a horse is going, whether it's a walk, trot, lope, whatever it be, that horse has a motion. It's either a 1-2, 1-2, and the energy flows through that rhythm, or it's a rock of a 1-2-3, 1-2-3, 1-2-3. If you shut your hands down and lock up, the motion that you're trying to get that horse to do through its back is going to be hindered, and that's how you'll stub the toes. This guy, as he stops tensing up and going into my hands so hard through his chest, he's going to relax that front leg, and that front leg is going to reach flatter and farther as he gets more and more broke through his back. Right now he's just barely got to start on his back, and that can only come so fast. You can only break through that so fast, because if you force it, this guy is immediately, he's just going to be done. He doesn't like that pressure. So anyhow, easy. That's kind of where we're at right now. So I wanted to show you where we're at on him, but I think you'll find that he's really come a long way, Lynn. You know, he's flattened out probably 75% from when he first came, and I'm sure it looks like he's just tearing around here under saddle, but he's actually come down a whole lot. And things that you can't see that I can feel that are going on, I bet you the next time that we video him, you'll see a dramatic difference in his speed control and how he reacts to me. He's not going to look nearly so shovey, but what he's done now is he's just a quarter of the way into the response of the chest coming back. So he right now has a tendency still to just, he was broke enough in the face that his chest with that long tall neck,